Okay, let's have a quick look at how to write numbers out in standard form. Now, standard form is always written like this: some number a times 10 to the power of some number n, where a is always between 1 and 10. Okay, so that's really important. That's the standard form there for you with those symbols. So let's write that out in this form. Now, if I'm going to do this, the whole number a that I'm going to use here is going to be 8. So it's going to be 8 times 10 to the power of something. So all I've got to do is decide what power I'm going to use here. Easiest way to do it is to think about how many places that you've moved the digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that must be 8 times 10 to the power of 5. That makes sense as well, because 10 to the power of 5 is 100,000, and 8 times by 100,000 gives me 800,000, which is the number that's there. Another one, so this must be 4 times 10 to the power of something. So I'm just going to work out how many places it's moved to go back to that spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be in that position there. So that must be 4 times 10 to the power of 8. So this one will be, as a number between 1 and 10, this would have to be 2.3. So 2.3. Obviously this is the units column, which is why I keep putting the unit there. So how many places have I moved? Well, the 2's gone 1 place to there, 2, 3. It's moved 3 places. So that must be 2.3 times 10 to the power of 3. So as a number between 1 and 10, this would have to be 4.765. And then I can put times 10 to the power of something. I just need to work out what the power is going to be. Well, how many places has it moved? It's moved 1, 2, 3, 4, in order to put the 4 in that position. So it must be 4.765 times 10 to the power of 4. So this is the other situation where the number is smaller than 1, but still need to write it in standard form with some number between 1 and 10. So if I was going to do that, I'm going to put the 8 in this position here. So I know it's going to be times 10 to the power of something. The number between 1 and 10 must be the 8. But this time we're working the other way around. If I know it's less than 1, I know it's going to be to the power of minus something. So again, how many places have we moved it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 8 times 10 to the power of minus 5. Okay, so have a look at this one. The whole number between 1 and 10 will be 3. So I've got, and I'll make sure I write this out in order, so this is the units column, so I'll put the 3 in there now. Got 3 times 10 to the power of something. Just need to work out what the power is. How many places have I moved the 3 to get into the units column? 1, 2, 3 places. And I know it's going to be a negative power because it's less than 1. So it's 3 times 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, final couple. As a number between 1 and 10, this would have to be 5.81. So it's 5.81 times 10 to the power of something. How many places have I moved the 5 to get it back into the units column? I've moved it 2 places. So it must be 5.81 times 10 to the power of 2. It's not 2 because it's got to be a minus because it's less than 1. Okay, this is the final one. There's a number between 1 and 10, this would have to be 4.6. So 4.6 times 10 to the power of something, which I know is going to be a minus. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So it must be 4.6 times 10 to the power of minus 4.